Hello, welcome to another speed painting, and today I'm trying out a new program called Rebelle 5. So I'm trying out this program because it sort of simulates realistic painting, and a lot of people have told me to attempt to paint in actual paint, in traditional medium, but I'm not a traditional painter, unfortunately. I don't have the skills or the tools to be a good painter. So far I'm just sticking with digital. I wanted to make a little experiment where I use this kind of realistic brushes, and I'm trying to approach this as I would do normally in Photoshop. This was a bit of a mess, I'll be honest. Starting off with the colors and the brushes, everything was very, very tricky. It was very difficult to pick the right colors because I'm very used to having a triangle instead of a square. And you might think it's pretty stupid, but it really does make a difference. And I was struggling so much. So I had to use a brush for painting and also a different brush for blending in the colors. Blending the colors was very necessary because that was my way of picking midtones and desaturating the colors I choose. I was struggling just a little bit. And also the program was lagging a lot. I was still trying to figure out how to use the brushes and everything, and it was just a freaking mess. But anyways, I feel like the portrait came out okay. So you can see I'm trying to follow the reference. I'm trying to mostly focus on value because I don't know, I couldn't just get the right color. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna try to make it as accurate as possible. At least with the values, right? I think I did a decent job at it. But I also think it's very nice to be a little bit more experimental with the colors, not just robotically copying everything. Oh yeah, the colors are 100% accurate and everything is looking exactly like the reference. I think it adds a little bit of your personal taste. Not only have an eye for accurate colors, but also know what things you want to change from the reference and what things you want to keep. What things you think would look a lot better if you change them or erase them completely. So yeah, you can see me here using very overexposed references, and, just random perspective and shit. Yeah, again, I had a lot of fun doing this one, but it was just way too laggy. It really makes the whole experience of painting a lot worse, but it also made me a lot more mindful of all the brush strokes. And we can argue whether it's better to be mindful of every stroke or just let your brain function in automatic mode. But I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it in another video or something. I'm also changing brushes around and trying to mess around with the settings, messing around with the textures so they look thicker, but I didn't end up liking that style, so I ended up changing everything. It was honestly very difficult, man. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this program in the future. Maybe if I figure out to make it less laggy, especially when recording, I might be able to get used to it. The brushes, they look kind of good. I don't think they're all that special, like if you compare them to, I don't know, some custom brushes in Photoshop. I think you can make something very similar to this. Definitely having a smooth experience is most important than anything. I also tried to make this a little bit more stylish. As you can see, I left a lot of the underpainting and the orange tones because every now and then I feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to make this as realistic as I can. But then I realized that just making something as realistic as possible doesn't necessarily mean it's going to look good or that it's going to have style or that it's going to be appealing to people. So yeah, I ended up realizing that yeah, it looks like a photo. It looks kind of boring. In terms of value, you definitely want it to look like a photo. So once you figure that out, once you figure how to make the values look as accurate as you can, once you take that out of the equation, you can play around with color, shapes, everything you can to add your own personal style. So here I'm just adding the final details, and as you can see, this painting is pretty much done. This took around 2.5 hours. I normally don't take that long. This is a very rough painting, but the lag was definitely holding me back. So yes, I'll try to fix that and I'll try to make more paintings like this in the future. I had a lot of fun making this one. You can go to the first link in the description and I'll teach you how to do this in very autistic levels of detail. So if you like the video, please check that out. It has a lot of cool benefits. So that was it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.